Hey guys, welcome to Kipoerneke's Corner. I am over here in Everquest Legends at the moment. Looks like I'm in Auga. And gonna mess around and see what I can get into. What is this here? We have woven wristbands +4. That looks promising. I know that I had just put my gear back on or recently had. AC of 4 there and here. So, now this says it's a wrist piece, so I don't have a wrist piece. I think we put that on. And then, I don't know that I have anything else. Now, one thing I found out from some comment on YouTube was that these medicine bags or things that have focus effects on them, apparently, if you have that piece on, then the focus effect just happens. It's not something that has to be activated. So if we look at this here, the focus effect. So I see two different things. I see focus exaltation, Alice volume medicine bag exaltation. Now, what is that? Not sure. It says this augmentation fits in slot types focus exaltation, implying that the augmentation itself, ooh, I can pick it up. All right. So if I click in the little window there, I can pick up what? The exaltation? Looks like it. So I could theoretically put this on something else, something that I assume has a slot for it, perhaps. So I can move this around. Interesting. The focus effect is Burning Affliction 1. Increases the damage of long-term detrimental spells by up to 20%. This bonus will decay on spells over level 20. So, I suppose that would apply to my shaman spells, the ones that are detrimental. And probably wouldn't apply to my songs. That's my guess. All right. Good to know. And I'm sure that's going to definitely come in handy. We've got a large cloth shirt with an AC of 8. I wonder if that's better. It's definitely better than what we have on. So let's trade that out. And then put this over here. Pretty good right there. See what else we might have. This is some gloves, and it looks like I can't wear them because they're red. I'm assuming that means not for me in some way or another. Oh, okay. I see. On the class thing, it says Monk and Beast Lord, so that would be why I can't wear those. The pants have an AC of 5. Mine also have an AC of 5, so there's no reason to change those out. We've got a large cloth cap. I don't think that's better than what I have. It's got an AC of 3. Mine has an AC of 7, so no good there. I don't know what to do with this tattered parchment quest. We've got a rusty broadsword that's +2. It's one-handed and slashing. I'm pretty sure that's not better than what I have, though. The box of loot strings, I assume would be for if I had a loot, which I don't. But I thought it would be good, probably, to kind of go through this stuff and see if there's anything that I have that's better than what I have on. So far, it's not really, I mean, other than what I've already put on, it's not looking like I have anything else. We've got a woolen sleeves +1, that's an AC of 4, and the ones that we just put on were also AC of 4? Yeah, okay. Woven mantles for the shoulders, and it has an AC of 2. We have 3 on, so no sense in that. The gloves +1 have an AC of 4. We have 5. So yeah, it's looking like, for the most part, we're pretty set with what we have. It was a big upgrade on the, on that shirt that we put on. But otherwise, I think we're pretty golden, it appears. I am overburdened. So I'm considering dumping some of this stuff in a bank or something. But I don't know. I don't really have any idea of which things I should dump. So I feel like just hanging on to a bunch of it. I guess I could throw the two-handed stuff because I definitely don't have any interest currently in changing to two-handed. I might want to do it later, which is why I'm keeping this stuff around at all. But I'm going to go through, look for anything two-handed in here, and I'm just going to throw that stuff into the bank for now, I think. If I decide to change, then I can always go and grab it, right? Seems like. Or maybe I should just sell it and probably I'll get two-handed stuff around at some point, I would think. Don't know though. Not confident in it, so I think I will. I think I'll just throw these couple of items in. That's got a weight of 13, that's got a weight of 8, that's a total of 21. How overburdened am I? That shows that we're really kind of not overburdened at the moment because we're at 159 out of 170. But I think dumping a couple of these things wouldn't hurt, and we'll get a little more space in the bags as well. So, current plan, dump stuff. Now, last time I was in, I was told how to make a buff bar, which is pretty cool. I'm going to try to find the middle here, because if I can get into there, then I can go to the bank. I think I have to go around this way though. North and then east and then south, and then I can get into this this little, I want to think of it as like an aqueduct, but it's just a room in the middle of a pool as far as I can tell. Then I gotta run into a tree for a whole second here. That's an important step in this game I've found. Run around a little bit and then ram right into a tree or maybe a sconce on the wall, depending on how you're feeling that day. Alright, moving in the right direction here. Now the bank is in, I think, this door right here. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. Yes, I was right. Good job, me. Okay, so now to deal with these guys, you got to kind of get real close to them, and then you right-click them. So I think I want to try to put some of this stuff in here. I cannot find. Oh yes. Okay. So I want to open up the bag. Look inside. Okay, right-clicking it is the answer there. Looks like. Okay. I'm gonna throw if I can. Cannot be moved into purse because it's stupid. Oh, right. Because these little bags only hold small items. That's correct. So I can't just throw them into there, but I can put them here, like so. Now, is there anything else that I ought to put here? Probably the loot strings, and I probably ought to get more fishing bait on the off chance that perhaps I want to go fishing while I'm out, right? We've got a poison gland thing here. I think we'll move that into storage probably. Bone chips, they can also go. I've got a bunch of things like that in the either the trade skill depot or the brain is dead. Dragon sword, that's what you call it. I can probably put the loot strings over there because I don't have any current use for them. I don't have any idea what the Noble's Crest is for, so that could probably also go into, I suppose, probably the Dragon Sword, or into the bank. I'm not really sure where the better place to put that is. But I think first, we'll try throwing things into the trade skill area, anything that can be put in there, and then we'll put the rest of the stuff into the Dragon Sword. So these are food and drinks. let's go over to the Trade Skill Depot window and then throw in what we can. It's looking good so far. Okay, that one didn't go in. But a lot of this stuff does go. I doubt the Noble's Crest will try it. The Snake Rattle seems to have gone in. Cool. Alright, so we got a lot of stuff in there. Now let's try going into the Dragon's Hoard, I suppose. And throwing in the Noble's Crest and the bull alligator spines. Let's kind of look through here and see what all we have. A bunch of animal parts so far. What's interesting is the cracked giant scarab carapace does not seem to stack, and I have no idea why. And the fire beetle leg also doesn't stack. I'm not sure why that would be. If I take them out, will they stack? Let's check. Let's retrieve this and then try to find it in the bags. Ooh, I haven't a clue where it went. One would think it would be early along there, but I don't see it. Okay. Deposited one giant snake rattle to your personal depot. That's all fine and well. Oh, it's in my... I have it on the cursor. Okay. Yep. There it is. Okay. So let's take a couple of them and see if we can stack them. Okay, so they don't stack in your bags either. I think we might be able to use those... Okay, I was thinking we might be able to use them in crafting, but I guess not, because they didn't go into the trade skill depot, right? Some of these things, I'm not certain they would go into the depot. I'm wondering if the iron ration is something that we can eat. Feels like it would be, right? So I'm gonna put it in my bags here in the first slot, and we'll see if it gets eaten or not. If I can remember that it exists. You would think that you could eat the fungus too, but I'm not sure. And then that would be kind of cool, because then the fungus could have different effects depending on what kind of a fungus it is. Maybe what color it is. That'd be awesome. Oh, we also have this unusual wine and ale book. I think I'm also going to throw this tattered parchment quest in there. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should keep it. I'm sure it's part of a quest. Let's also go to the alt currency here and deposit our mode of infinitesimal potential. Alright. Now, unfortunately, there's not like an auto sort button. So you just have to do it manually if you want to sort your bags. I will throw the worn candle into there because I don't think that I need it. And I guess I'll throw the Alice Volu medicine bag in there as well. Oh, I can't. Okay, cool. You must remove augments from this item before adding it to your hoard. Well, I don't want to do that, so we'll just leave it as is then. And just kind of try to consolidate things so that I can find them, because otherwise I will lose them in my bags. Fish scales can almost certainly go in there. I wonder if the fish scales might be something that could go into the trade skill depot. I feel like it was able to last time. You know, pull it out and try to move it into the trade skill depot in a minute. Okay, that should look a little bit better when things go into the bags. Okay, let's exit this and then go to the trade skill depot and then try to move this fish scales into there. Cannot be added to your personal trade skill depot because this item is not marked usable for trade skills, so that's a no on that. But we can put it over here. Now, one thing I noticed before is that you can't, like, you don't have like a recipe book on hand as far as I can tell. And so, you don't really know what you need to get from the bank in order to do some trade skilling. And I don't know if you need to maybe keep notes Like I want these items from the trade skill depot, because you also can't access the trade skill depot from the crafting tables, as far as I can tell. If anybody has any information on that, I'm all ears here. But as far as I can tell, that's the case. So I was thinking maybe if you cleared out all your bags, you could get whole chunks of it at once to take along with you. And I don't know if there's a way to get larger bags in this game or not. It would be super cool if so. I also don't know how to find out where to get the items that you need for crafting necessarily. Some of them definitely drop from monsters and things like that, but I'm not sure that all of them do. I have no sense of confidence as far as that's concerned. So now, I have cleared out as much as I'm interested in clearing out at the moment. I do want to get some bait. And I wonder if one of these guys over here will have some bait. Let's go check it out. Oh, there's a guy. It's, who is it? Fat Paw Gamer? I think so. Well, there it is. We'll hail him. There we are. I think this direction is the food, yeah, food and drinks. So I'm hoping that maybe there's also bait, general supplies, but it says Chef Duga, so it may just be food and drink stuff. No, if we click the H, she tells us this whole thing here. Welcome, you Kipoerneke. You look all skin and bones. Eat you must do. Chef Duga can fix up goodies for you. Try hee meat. You click that. She says it is a secret ground meat made with high elf, human, and erudite flesh. Mmm, good stuff. Duga make it, and the goblin make it. If you find any of those meats in the swamps, bring them to me, and I pay you. So high elf, human, and erudite. I don't think that I have those kinds of meats. But let's check on the gobbler here. She says, Chef Duga says, you know here of the gobbler? Him great butcher. Have all kinds of meat. Him am low on frog-lip legs. Duga supply him. Duga needs someone to deliver frog-lip legs. Okay, let's click that. She says, you think so? That'd be a good thing. Make the gobbler happy. Maybe he'll give you something good. Maybe not. You take this, deliver meat. Okay, so we're taking the meat, and it's a preserved leg, and we're supposed to take it to the gobbler. Now, where is the gobbler? We don't know. We have no way to find out that I'm aware of. We're going to make it and the gobbler. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to the map and see if there's any such guy on here. Gobbler. No such guy. Thought not. Who knows where the gobbler is? We'll have to just probably run across him at some point somewhere. Let's click find, just in case he's hanging out here somewhere, unassuming like, right? So I'm looking for anything that says something like the gobbler, or gobbler in general, or any reference thereof. Does not look like it. So, no luck on the gobbler, but we do have the frog legs in case we run across him sometime. And then, who knows, maybe we'll get the hee meat, or maybe we'll get some recipe or something like that. Let's hide this so we can see a little bit better. And I think we can just go up this direction and make our way toward the ferret. So the ferret is pretty getting to be quite a bit lower level for me at this point, because this character's made it up to level 10. And I don't really know, but which direction I should go from there. I've been going toward Inethul Swamp, because that seems like somewhere reasonable. But I don't know if that's the right choice or not. And I see Upper Guck when I go into Inethul Swamp, but you have to get through Upper Guck in order to get to Lower Guck, my understanding is. And Lower Guck, perhaps it's a dungeon. I feel like that's what I've heard, that it's a dungeon. So, kind of heading that way in a general sense, but I can't get through Upper Guck so far. because the froglocks are very angry with me because I have killed many froglocks. To my credit, it was unintentional. The beginnings of the slayings of froglocks was purely accidental. And it's difficult to explain to them that I did not mean to slaughter their children with my swords, and they don't seem to be particularly understanding of that. I don't think that they speak my language, and very unforgiving folk. Froglocks are. The Guktans one, at least. I don't know if there are non-Guktan froglocks. It was, I think it was the tadpoles that caused me this great dilemma. They were running around, and I knew that I needed to get some of their flesh, I think, for somebody, and so I killed some, and it was all downhill from there. They started attacking me, and they've never forgiven me for that. So now it's kind of war on Guktans to an extent, because I can't get through that place without being attacked. Got a rusty two-handed sword, so we're going to do, okay, we can right-click on loot and then click auto-merge. Then we can just loot it, and I think that next time it will automatically go into, will merge into one of the ones we already have. I think the trouble is I have the bat targeted. There we go. So I have a lot of things on auto merge or auto store or something like that. It's a really cool feature. I suspect that it's probably one of the quality of life features that they've added for this. I'm not sure because I never did play Everquest 1. So I'm not certain of that. But it feels very quality of life. It feels like something that they probably put in for this. The bats are a little bit tricky sometimes because they're in the air, and sometimes it can be hard to initiate combat with them. Also, a lot of these things just go, they go right through trees. It's interesting. We can't go through trees, but they can. That's the rule. It's rules for thee, but none for me, you know? As to why I'm killing the random things, I'm not really sure. It's because I don't know what I'm doing, and they're easy to kill, and I figure maybe they've got something useful for me. These weapons and whatnot, the gear stacks up, and that's what that whole merging thing is, and you can use it, you know, basically you press Alt when you click the item that you have one of, and then there's a little box you can drag the item that's the second of that item, and then click merge, and your item gets stronger than it was. So I don't know how far or how many times you can merge them, but you can definitely merge them. There's one of the froglock tads that gave me such trouble. These guys, they run around like this. You don't realize that they're Guktans. You kill them and mercilessly slaughter them without realizing what you're doing. And then suddenly the Guktans eat you. And they attack you for no reason whatsoever. It's a bit of a conundrum. Now, one of the things we can do is, I think we can cook with these, well, maybe it's not cooking, maybe it's some other kind of crafting with the spiderling, so probably not cooking. You probably don't want to eat the spiderling, so maybe it's, one would think maybe it would be weaving or something of that nature. So we got the spider thing here, and we're going to go to auto store on that one. What's interesting is that auto store seems to put it first into the trade skill depot, which will go there, and then into the dragon sword if it won't go into your depot. That's the one. Got there eventually. Oh, there he is. I was thinking for a minute we'd lost him. He was just taking his sweet time coming out, that's all. Alright. Well, we've gotten a lot of these things. We haven't gotten much in the way of XP because these things are all gray so far. And we need things that are colorful so that we can get some XP from it. Also, I failed to take the change the difficulty to a higher level difficulty. So all these guys are like difficulty level 0, which isn't very impressive, I'm afraid. I think you get better stuff from the higher difficulty guys. So when I make it over to Inethil Swamp in a moment, I'll try to remember to change the level or the difficulty to 4 instead of where we're at here. One thing I seem to have an issue with is I somehow stop attacking. I'm not sure why that happens, but periodically it seems to happen. And I don't always notice right away. Now, I've noticed that some of the creatures in this, as you're attacking them, will make sounds. In Everquest 2, which I play periodically, a lot of the things will talk to you or laugh at you or whatever like that. But in this, it seems like we don't have nearly as much of that going on. But occasionally, I'll notice that the skeletons in particular do. Now, another thing I want to do is try to find the gobbler, I think it said. So when I go over into the gut area, I'll see if I can see anything like that. Even if I do, I don't know if it'll be very helpful because, like I said, the Guttons are not particularly happy with me. So it may not matter too much whether the gobbler is there or not. He still may not talk to me. We've almost made it to Inethil Swamp here. Got another bat. Something right here. It's blue. I don't see it, but it's on the map. Yeah, you definitely don't see it. Well, let's come get this brood thing over here. Why not? It's still showing up. It shows that it's right here. Oh, there he is. Oh, he just went right up that tree. That's why I didn't see him. See, it just happened right there. I don't know if you saw that, but all of my attack stuff stopped going off. Not sure what it was all about. Okay, almost there. Oh, we better watch out because I think that girl will attack us. Let's look at her. She glares at us threateningly, and she's a level 25, so we definitely do not want to tango with the Drizda Toon Singer. Seems she's a level 25 bard. Obviously a named creature. And we're going to try not to get her ire. Fortunately, it doesn't seem that she sees very far, and I don't know if they can see further if you're in front of them than if you're behind them. Like in that case, we were coming around behind. If we were going in front, would she have seen us better? I'm not sure. Possibly. Feels like she would, right? Right. I want to change the difficulty level here. So let's go to number 4 and select that. I don't know if it's a particularly good idea to be in level 4. I think I was in level 4 last time I was here and successfully ran around smiting things because they're still, as you can see, they're still low level. So they weren't too bad. They will definitely pile up on you. This is a water flask. Now that's awesome because that I think we can just drink. So let's just auto. I didn't realize that there was a way to get food and drink out here in the wild without just without buying it from people, or making it. But the fact that water flask is dropped indicates to me that certainly you can. There's another guy, Zimbiddle. We'll hail Zimbiddle as well. This is to Gupta. Let's go see what's going on in Gupta. They will hate us in there, I'm sure. But maybe I can look around on the map. I think I was in here maybe the other day. Very briefly poked my head in. I think somebody said it's very high level. And so dangerous for a lowbie like myself. All right, there's all kinds of stuff. So let's start by, actually, I'm just going to click find. Because what I'm really trying to find is this Goobler, or whatever he was called. I do not see him on the find window. There are a lot of things that don't seem to show up on the find window, I've noticed. And so I'm going to try searching it. I think it was Googler. So that's what we're going to type. And that doesn't show up. Then I'm going to just scroll back a bit, maybe. Maybe I can just find what they said that we needed back here. I should have written it down. But alas, I did not. Gobbler. So it's just G-O-O, just G-O-B-L-E-R. G-O-B-B, sorry. So, Gobbler? No. Oh, I see what's going on. Whenever I click the arrow button, it's not doing things in this screen. You go with Gobbler. You hear Gobbler? No, no Gobbler. So, in that case, I think I probably better leave this place of death and destruction most likely. So I think that's the starter area for certain classes. I think probably Froglock, for instance, right? That would make sense. I don't know what all starts there, but we're not going to hang out in that place. Now I'll try going up to Upper Guck over there and see if I can make it Indian's way through there. I don't know how to get through Guck to the other side. Or I don't know how to get through Upper Guck, I should say, to get to Lower Guck. And this, I wander around. Or at least that's what I did last time. This is a large bag. Very nice. It holds 6 things and all the way up to large, right? So currently have 8 stock. So the backpacks are better. I will just auto loot it. And then we'll slay some of these rats and whatnot on the way. If I can click the button properly. I also made a buff bar last time I was on. And so, I don't have a bunch of the buffs running right now, and I think that I can. Let's kill this kobold real quick, and then try to access the buff bar. First, I'll turn the boots on, make sure they're going. And then we come over here, we right-click, and first of all, what do I have here right now? I have Tainted Breath. It looks like we have some icons here that we didn't have before possibly, or the icons have changed. So we have on here Chant of Battle, Frost Rift, Tainted Breath, Minor Healing, Light Healing, Hymn of Restoration, Jonathan's Whistling War Song, and Silo's Accelerandos. Those things keep playing all the time. They're my songs or whatever. And I think that I saved this as adventuring or something like that in the sets. So we can right-click this spellbook. And first and foremost, I'm going to look and see what we have. Adventuring and buffs is what we have right now. I feel like I don't know if this is a different set. I think this is the same set that I have on. So let's load the buffs, and it'll just do them one right after another. And then we can apply the buffs. So this was a cool trick that somebody taught me last time I was in. It makes things a lot easier for sure. So we do that, and then we're just going to cast each of these one right after another. And we want to make sure that it goes through and doesn't fizzle. And then they last for like 30 minutes, approximately, a little less than 30 minutes. But that Spirit of the Wolf didn't go off the first time. We had to do that one again. Now, one thing I forgot to do was go back into difficulty level 4 on this. I don't know if Spirit Sight went on or not. I'm gonna make sure it did. I think that just lets you see invisibility. I wonder if I already have Silo's Accelerando on. Maybe. Certainly not casting, but I think it may be on already. I'm not sure. Actually, no, that's one of the ones that I can't cast like that. I have to use the other thing to cast it. I can't think of what it is. Sonata, maybe? Some kind of sonata. Alright. So, back in business there. Let's change the difficulty level to 4 again, so that we can fight things on our way through and get a little bit of better prizes for it, potentially. What's interesting is when you change the level, I had thought that it moves you, but I guess it doesn't. I don't know. Don't ask me. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. So I wonder what the large rat pet, it's okay, so the large rat pet is actually a pet for the large rat. And when you kill the rat, then the pet dies as well. Or when you kill whatever the master is, then the pet goes with it. So it's basically a summoned entity that goes back to its area as soon as you kill the summoner in question. Let's try getting that swamp alligator over there. Oh, but hey, fungus spore. Now these, the big funguses will attack you if they come close to you. The fungus spores, not so much. I do see that the fungus spore has some kind of a heal, though. The fungus spore regains concentration and continues casting, it says. So, the implication is that we were able to interrupt it. Huh. That kobold is moving along, it seems, so we will not attack it. Go after the swamp alligator instead. Well, I'm doing a lot of swinging. Doesn't look like it's a whole lot of hitting. Now, what's interesting is it says that I'm stunned. My understanding was that if you're facing the creature as an ogre, then you don't get stunned. And yet, certainly we were stunned. So, maybe my understanding is incorrect. Trying to track down that tracker and fight it a little bit. The other option is perhaps I was not sufficiently in front of it. Maybe I had somehow gotten behind it. Who knows? It seems like they drop all kinds of interesting things, the different creatures here. So, everything is worthwhile, at least for me in my condition of not knowing what I'm doing. Everything seems to be worthwhile to attack. Probably if you knew what you were doing, you would not agree with that. But fortunately, I have no idea, so it's fine. So that's the pet of one of the froglog tags. I'm gonna try not to kill the froglogs, even though I know that it's going to happen. I'll avoid it when I can. One thing I've noticed too is that even if the guys would normally be aggro to you, and then when they're gray, they're not, their pets, even if they're colorful, don't seem to attack. Trimler says, what AAs have you spent so far? Okay, so I think I've just gotten the, let's see if I can find it. Just trying to think of the name of it. Oh, Symphonic Aura, that's the one. That's the one I've gotten so far. And I have, it says I have a 4 AA points. I suppose those are unassigned. So potentially I could buy more of the Symphonic Auras, but I don't know that I need to right now. I don't think it would be helpful with what I have on the bar at the moment, at least. Not sure. All right. I thought that this was a. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the entrance to the Duck area. The city of Guck, it says, and I believe this is Upper Guck. So I want to kind of go along through here and see if I can make it wherever Lower Guck is. Now, I don't have any idea what level Lower Guck is. I'm hoping that because I've leveled up some, I won't be attacked as much by these guys. And can just kind of waltz on through here, except that Froglog Gauze Warrior is probably not going to approve of my presence. Try to go fast. No, no good. This Froglog Guard did not approve at all. Ah, man. Now the Gauze Warrior got in on the action, the Sentry and everybody. And I once more did not have my attack on somehow. But let's see if we can find the healing stuff. Okay. Was able to heal, and that's good. However, they're very nasty. Very nasty folks here. Let's see if we can make it through this or not. Probably not, but I suppose we can kill something at least, right? Managed that already once. Seems to be going somewhat okay so far. All things considered. I think I may be facing the wrong direction. That's better. Trimler says lower Guck is for around people level 30 or so. Well, that seems a little high. Maybe a little lower if you're geared up. Yeah, I'm, first of all, unlikely to be geared up. And second of all, definitely level 10. So probably not a good spot for me then. All right, well then, back out we go. I don't know how to get there anyway. So, not a big deal. Let's see if we can not fall. It's a big ask, honestly. Was it this way? Oh, no. Oh, no. Under attack. I'm telling you, these frog logs just do not approve of my presence whatsoever. And unfortunately, the map here is rather empty. I think this is the wrong way. Maybe. I think this is the right way. We'll see. Ah, excellent. Got it. Trimler says, Guck, both upper and lower, are pretty maze-like. Well, see, I've been in there 2 or 3 times now, and I don't know where anything is, but I know some places that it isn't. That counts for something. Alright, let's see then. Cannot go to Guck. Oh, there was a room. We can't go to Guck, though. Let's go to South Road, up there. I may have been there before, but I can't remember. Surely I've popped in. I'm thinking I definitely have kind of out-leveled this area a little bit and need to find somewhere else to do my hunting. You know, I don't think I checked in Upper Guck when I was in there to see if that gobbler was there or not. Probably should have done that. It feels like a gobbler would be Goblin Guy. No idea where that is. Trimler says Unrest would be a great place to go, but Fallen is a lot closer. Might be good to go to as well. That's interesting. So in EverQuest 2, those places exist, but they're much higher level. So, like, the State of Unrest is near Greater Fadar Butcher Block Mountains. It's actually off of Butcher Block Mountains in EverQuest 2, and Befallen is I can't remember. It's a higher level zone, by quite a bit. So that's interesting that it's a lower level zone in this. I've noticed that a lot of those things are the case. We got a zombie over here. Like right now, we're in a cool swamp, and then just came through the Furet. So the Furet's like a level 40s zone in EverQuest 2, and here it's like max level 10, I would say, for being able to continue to get XP there, from what I can tell. It's interesting. And I know the games are very, very, very different, but it's interesting to see just how different they are. Got a giant rat pelt there. We're going to auto-store that. Trimler says Unrest, you can go to at level 10 and do well there until your mid-20s. So let's see. The State of Unrest. I've found. Well, no, I don't even have any idea how to get there, honestly. We'll wander around though, and perhaps find our way there. Who knows? It's gotta be around here somewhere. Probably gonna get attacked by the fungus. Sure are. Not terribly surprising. So what I want to do is swim backwards so that I can get him to face me, essentially. I would rather him be in front of me than behind me. And then we got a swamp alligator there as well. I doubt I can catch him. I'm such a slow swimmer. The swamp alligators, they're so much faster. Trimler says Befallen has been completely revamped on Legends. So I'm not sure of the levels, but I think the entrance would be good for your level. Cool. Alright. That's cool. Trimler says, do you know about the zone guide on the map? So I go here, and I know about the find button, right? So I click that, and it shows me some things. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, you can look up zones and get some general directions? Okay. So there's some way to do that here? Let's see if we can click things. Well, that minimized the map. We got auto zoom, layers, visible base, 1, 2, 3, active. We're have active. What does this mean? Who knows? Who knows? Didn't do anything. We do have a kobold attacking, however, so let's grab that. All right. Let's see. Show labels. Oh, that turns off the labels. Okay, I don't see it. Zone guide. We can right click. Doesn't do anything. We could try searching. Let's try searching greater Fadar. Nothing. Nada. Alright, clear. Now I should attack this goblin hunter probably. I don't see anything else here. We can, okay, wait, I've right clicked it where it says default. And there are things here. We've got default map, no controls, minimalist, so name. We've seen this before. Labels, group, names, players, others, pets, NPCs, or RNG. Now, or maybe that's just ring. It's hard to tell. The font is tiny. Okay. Yeah, no luck so far. Let's head towards South Road. Tribler says, oh, usually there's a button labeled Zone Guide. I thought it was in Legends too. Well, I don't. If it is, I don't know it. What if I go to the EQL button? Maybe it's over here. We've got maybe options. Go look in the options. Interface, perhaps? Gameplay, maybe? What's on gameplay? Maybe it's an option that we have to turn on, you know? Persistent auto attack seems good. I want that on, I think. Keeps auto attack on after target dies if you're still in combat. That's beautiful. I love that button. Excellent. If nothing else, we've found an amazing button. And okay, now, interface perhaps. Got tell windows, blink active chat window. Don't know what that means. Show item tooltips. Hold Alt for item tooltips. Show spell tooltips. Hold Alt for spell tooltips. Show ability tooltips. Same. All the way. Okay, then we've got a lot of things turned on. And that's probably good. Alright. None of that seems to be what we're looking for, however. Nameplates? Okay, that's just what shows over someone's name. You can attach the nameplate to the head. That seems great. Let's do that too. Alright, we got system here. Yeah, we don't need to mess with that. Alright, I don't see anything about the map. Okay. What about the EQ button? He says, oh, that's what I was just looking at. Navigation. Okay, yeah, there's a navigation here. That's a good idea. Oh, zone guide. It's good job. Excellent. Okay, so zone guide, and then, alright, so it does tell levels and all that. That's great. Alright, that should help significantly. Let's do max level. And obviously, I want to go up above 5. Max level meaning that the creatures in it go up to that level, I would assume. In which case, it looks like if we can find, oh, it's the sewers, the Kino sewers. We got a Greater Fadart, the Furet. Now, some things are green and some things are yellow, so I'm assuming that's how difficult the area is, but I'm not sure. Green would be easy and yellow would be difficult if so. There's quite a number of things in the level 10 area. I don't see the Furet counts as one of them, and I would agree that that is easy. So is the max thing in the Furet level 10, or is it saying that that's the last level that you can continue to get XP in there? Possibly. In which case I would want to look up further than that. So we've got Everfrost Peaks at level 12. I wonder how to get there. Let's see. View connections. I see Blackborough, Hallis, Permafrost Keep are all connections. So with Start Zone is Inithil Swamp, yes. Okay, so we could click this, theoretically, and fight this kobold. And then perhaps put that as the end zone. Maybe. Somehow. Set the start zone to the selected zone. Yes, we want to do that. Nope. Not that selected zone. The one it had selected. Well, dang. Alright. Let's find it at the little swamp. And try that again. Okay, in a little swamp. Set start. And then I suppose we select the other one, wherever it may be. There we are, Everfrost Peaks. And we'll go set int. And then activate path. Alright. And we have a wisp taking us somewhere. Okay, it's taking us to the Furet. Okay, so back the way we came. Alright, excellent. Thank you for your help. It's very cool. Now, I don't know if I could close this and still have the wisp. Let's see. It does work. Excellent. And it stayed in attack mode when we were still in combat, which is very cool. So we can then just choose the next target, and we're immediately attacking that target. So that's very good. Now, we're still in combat, even though we don't know where our guy went. There he is, wandering off. Alright, now it still has us in combat because he's somewhere around here. There he is. Oh my goodness. So we've got one guy who's not near us that we're in combat with, I think. And then this guy attacking us here. So the other guy is going to be tricky because he's left the building, I'm afraid. Elvis has left the building. And I think what I'm going to do is just ignore his... There he comes. Excellent. Or there comes another one anyway. Alright, that's great. I now have 3 kobolds on me. One of them has gone who knows where. There's a 4th one. Wow. I see what's happening probably is, or maybe, the one who ran off could be gathering something. No, there's 3 here. Okay, never mind. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh, is that our friend who left earlier? Maybe. On a Fungus Man tracker as well. Good times. I think that maybe while we're doing one of these spells, we don't do attacking. Like, I don't know, like the frenzy and kick don't seem to go off when I'm casting the light heal. Maybe anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. Tremler says, Everfrost is a very long trek and very dangerous. Ah, see. Let's zoom in a bit so we're not in the trees so much. I'm kind of a long distance player. Normally I like to stay pretty far out so that I can see what's around me. And I find that that is less effective in this game because you end up having leaves and things in your way. Being attacked again. The things are just everywhere. Someone says melee hits don't activate while casting. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. I was noticing that Frenzy and Kick wouldn't go off while I was casting a heal. Don't know if that's true for songs or not. I mean, you would think that you could sing, for instance, while you're kicking somebody. Seems like, but what do I know? So, if it's a long ways, then maybe I should go instead elsewhere. You said, okay, this isn't terribly useful, the zone path thing. Let's get off of that. And let's see, we went here, and we went to navigation, and then zone guide. And then, let's see, what place is it? You said Befallen was one that would be good, and Unrest, which I assume is a state of unrest, or is it just called Unrest in this? There's Befallen. Befallen is max level of 20. Looks like the lowest level is 5, so that seems fine. We could change to that as our endpoint, and then activate that path. And where will we go? Okay, that's going to take us to South Row. Alright. Trimler says songs are different. So the state of unrest. Okay, I thought that's probably what you were talking about, because that's what it's called in Everquest 2. Just like the city of Guck is Upper Guck. Okay. See, Upper Guck and Lower Guck were also in Everquest 2. Okay, back on the trek towards South Row. Or on the trek to South Row. Previously I was heading the other direction, but South Row it is. This one is catching up with me. Oh, I'm stuck in a bit of a circle there, but all is well. Maybe I don't know, maybe that was something that was intended, who knows? Who knows? Back on track again. And I think now, well, no, I'm not. I thought I was out of combat, but it appears that I'm not. Let's press Q. Did that work? It did work. Wonderful. Now I'm in combat again, but that's a separate situation. Oh, I see. Trimler says if you get stunned while doing any turning, you'll start spinning. Okay. I thought that maybe I was just kind of stuck in a spin. It used to be a thing occasionally in EverQuest 2 long ago that you could get stuck spinning. I was told by somebody, I don't know who, that ogres can't get stunned from the front, but I'm not sure if that's correct or not. Here we have Ondad Gila, it seems. Let's see. Who glowers at me dubiously? Well, I don't think glowering sounds good. Maybe they won't attack me. Who knows? Don't glower at me too hard there. Oh, wow. Yeah, we've got a ways to go across here. This is an orc warrior. All right. So it turns out that South Row is a whole zone. It's not just a city, which is what I was expecting. Trimler says, yes, ogres have front stun immunity. So I must have had my back to it or my side to it, which seems to be a fine line between facing something or having it to your side, as far as I can tell. I don't know, are there any positional things in here, as in like you have to be, I know that there are for like backstab, you'd have to be behind the thing, right? But I'll start with that one. But is there any where you're supposed to be to the side of it? Oh, Trembler says only from physical stuns, though stuns from spells can still stop you, ogres. Cool. Definitely good to know. And I'm really not fizzling on the heals as much as I thought I probably would. So that was a pleasant discovery. Well, now that we killed those guys, why don't we go check in these tents and see if there's anything. Can the fire burn us? Let's check that out. We stand in it? No, no burning. Okay. The ogre can't go into a lot of places. And could not go into those. Trembler says only front and back, no side positions. Okay, cool. Good to know. Alright, let's see here. Onward toward our goal. Apparently we're going to the Oasis of Mar at the moment. Looks like there's a wizard's fire off to the east of where we're at. Gypsy camp. We've got various, I suppose they're merchants along the way. Now, dervish cutthroats. You have a lot of those in the Sinking Sands in Everquest 2. This whole area looks very much like the Sinking Sands at the moment. You got the spiders crawling around and the dervish guys and some zombies. So I'm wondering if that's okay. So he scales at me, ready to attack. So maybe those pumas are kill on sight, possibly. The falling in this game is very sudden, very unexpected. Trembler says it's a 180 front and back, though, so you don't need to worry about keeping mobs in a frontal cone. Oh, okay. That is good. I didn't follow the path exactly, and it seemed confused for a minute there. Oh, well, that was sudden. I had no idea we were about to zone there. Okay, so now I suppose we go to Northern Row next. We don't have the nice path that we had in the other zone. Let's see if this attacks me if I come close to it. There it is. Yep, sure does. Thought it would. Alright, we got some ruined cat pelt for that. That seems nice. Let's auto-store it. I assume that probably the various things will start getting full. Ooh, cool. Will that attack me? Let's see. Use this, and it says it scowls at me ready to attack, so it probably will, and there it comes. Alright. It's a yellow guy, but we're on difficulty 0, so I think we can take it. Trimler says X marks the spot on the map. Right, Northern Row. Yeah, in the last zone, it had a path for us to follow. But this one, nah, it's just like get over there however you can. Okay, we got a puma gonna be on us probably in a moment. No, the puma decided it didn't want to tangle with us today. It's not ready for what this ogre has to deliver. This fearless ogre, because death is meaningless. All it means is that I have to put buffs back on, and that does seem to be a detriment, honestly. Now this guy's level 17. He may be a little bit tricky. Maybe we don't go for him quite yet. Puma, that's okay. Trimler says there are 2 considers that will attack you, scowls at you, and threateningly. I think, though, that other one was glowering at me and he attacked me. The one guy. Oh, what's this? Your primary class and deity are about to be unlocked. This means that you will be unable to change these within class loadouts until you unlock additional classes and deities through untapped potential achievements or by using unlocked tokens. If you choose not to proceed, you can still edit your loadouts, but you will not be able to exceed level 10 until you confirm your current selections. Primary class Berserker, Deity Cosmic Jewel. Would you like to confirm these selections? Sure, let's go for it. No reason not to. Okay, so we made it to level 11. Trimler says Dubious doesn't like you, but won't attack you. Nice. We like to not be auto-attacked. It's a good deal. Oh, there's another alligator or some such. It is. Oh, it's a caiman. Ah, yes. This is definitely like Sinking Sands stuff. I wonder what those buildings are there. Ah, some merchants and brewers and such. Do I need any of those? I don't yet. I'm still okay, I think, as far as those things go. I noticed that I have bone chips, and that's because I am auto-loading the bone chips. And I think I should be auto-storing the bone chips probably instead. I'm not sure how to change those settings. Maybe I can look at that in a bit. I don't really want to get attacked by those dragons skeletons, I don't think. They seem like they'll be a little on the tough side. Gotta chase this caiman down so I can continue to beat upon his back. Alright, we got a Rune of Scale there. No idea what it's for. It's apparently a quest item. Let's just auto-store it. And then go after this caiman over here. Trimler says loot filters. Right, I should have, whenever the loot window popped up, maybe that would have been a good moment to check on that. But, can I do it from here, perhaps? Maybe. We've got actions. Loot window? Yeah, that'll be it. Alright, loot window. Now, filters. Okay, cool. So we can fix all of this. We've got bone chips. We want to store those. Lizard scales, store that. We want to store the bull alligator spines. I guess I better click attack on this. That other caiman's going to come up for me. It's a crocodile. That one's actually just a crocodile. Move back a little bit. Oh, that's a large dune tarantula just hanging out over there. Poison gland, store. You know, there's no reason not to store most of this stuff, honestly. Worn weighted gloves is merge. Okay. That all looks fine. We've lost our caiman. There he is. Alright, now. That looks fine. So I suppose... Oh, search limit reached, it says. Okay. Just click X there. Now, that works out. Okay. It's a level 5 guy. We're gonna work our way toward Northern Row, I think is what it said it was. Yes, Northern Row. Ah, yes, Desert Madman. He'll come attack me for sure. After all, he's a madman. He doesn't know any better. He doesn't know of our fearless nature as previously described. I'm going to confuse him by healing. Who knew that ogres heal? All right. Still going the right direction. Great. What was that? Oh, it's a deep water caiman again. Well, let's get that too. Feel like I'm not, oh yes, it's because I don't have the auto attack turned on. Cool. It's like for some reason, I'm not being, very effective. Alright. Uh-oh, that's gonna be bad. It's a bad deal there. Being attacked by a traveling skeleton. I'm not loving it. It's alright, I'll get some skill ups before I die. Probably going to manage to kill this deep water caiman too, so there's that. Who knows, maybe even the Desert Madman. I've got to turn the screen with my mouse next time, and then click the back button so that I can continue to have them in front of me instead of letting them get behind me like that. Trimler says, are you used to using Q and E for strafing? No, I do not like Q and E for strafing. Q is the default to turn auto attack on and off. Yes. I am familiar with using Q and E for that because playing scouts in Everquest 2, but I've lost that Desert Madman, by the way. He's disappeared. So, what a shame. What a shame. See if we can kill this one before I run out of power, etc. I don't know, I may even make it through this fight, you never know. Yeah, no one of you had told me that Q automatically turns off combat. So whenever I've been stuck in combat with something that wandered off before, I've been able to do that a little bit. But, not much. The Dragon's is healing a little. So we did survive it, surprisingly. So I'm going to turn on auto merge and then loot this. Okay. Now we'll just continue on our way. The Desert Madman, he wandered somewhere, who knows where. I could try clicking him and see if he shows up. But, it doesn't... Oh, wow, there he is. He is over there. Normally, whenever I do that, I'll look around and I still can't find the dude, so I figured that would be the way of it. But no, he's just taken off across the land. He's done with this fight, and he has, checked out. And I doubt I can catch him because now he's in the water and my swimming is abysmal. But maybe, I don't know, catching up. Let's just slow down a second. Okay, I think I passed him. The water, it's so tricky in this. Uncertain. But hey, my swimming's getting better, that's gotta count for something. Got another hit in. Yeah, heck yeah. Got a water flask out of that deal. Alright, now, the nomads, the madmen actually in EverQuest 2 also have water skins, I believe, or water flasks. And it's funny because you're like level 50 at that point, and yet you're getting these like level 10 water skins. Alright. The bags are looking okay still, not getting too terribly full. Got another Desert Madman over here, and apparently an Orc Warrior as well. So let's do this. Get behind them, or in front of them both. Definitely slow going, but we're getting there. Oh, my faction is changing. Faction with Death Fist Orcs has been adjusted by -2. Factions with Knights of Truth has been adjusted by 5. Faction with Guardians of the Veil has been adjusted by 5. Factions with Ashen Order has been adjusted by 5. Ah, we've lost our guy again. That's a shame. We've got a Puma to fight. And Commons Residence has been adjusted by 5. So it went up with most things, but it went down with the Death Fist Orcs. And that was from killing what? Was that from killing the Madman? Not sure. See if we can find that desert gnome in there. Oh, you know what? It was from killing that orc. Of course, that makes sense. Alright, so we chased him down successfully. Trimler says if you want to move to this new area, you might want to visit Neriak and bind yourself there. So you have less of a run when you die. Right, well, inevitably I will die, and surely it won't be too long from now. Already I'm getting piled up on a little bit, so... See, there again, it was off of auto attack. Don't know why. I don't think you get Bind Affinity until 16. I don't know what Bind Affinity is, but I will try to keep that in mind. I know that there's like a soul something, I don't know, some kind of guy that you can talk to and bind yourself to different places. I seem to be stuck here. I don't know if I'm is it this? It's rooted. Yes, okay, so I'm rooted. Well, that's a shame. I don't think I have any way to get unrooted. So I'll just wait patiently the 13 seconds we have left on that, and then we can move. Now by then, who knows where the Desert Madman will have gotten off to. Trimler says Bind Affinity is a spell that lets you change your bind point. Makes sense. Okay, got that one, and I bet this one's the other one. It's just sort of moseying off, you know, slow as can be. There's definitely an art to this. You've got to get close to the guy, but not too close to the guy in order to hit him. And then we've got a Dune Tarantula. Now, what I've noticed is, from what I can tell, there don't seem to be any like heroic type things. They're all just whatever level they are. And I don't know if names maybe hit harder to kill, or not. Or if they're just different levels because they're named. I'm not sure. Could just nuke the guy, says Trimler. We nuke the guy with what? Frost Rift? Creates a rift bitter cold, causing between 29, well, basically it's 29 damage. I know there was something that you can, that's a dot, I think. But I think there's something you can hit him with, but I don't know how to. Because it's on this screen here, and I don't know how to cast something from that screen, if you can. I only know how to do it from the spell window here. So I only have Tainted Breath and Frost Drift, I think, that do damage. And I haven't actually tried those yet. Let's do something. Okay, he has very little health left, so maybe not him. Let's do the next guy. So this is Ale. That's the one that that makes us drunk, I suppose. It's kind of alcohol, so one would assume. Now, let's go see if we can catch this guy, or how far away can we hit him with these things? Who knows? Let's try here. Nothing. Let's try here. Yes? No. Maybe? Uncertain. Trimler says Tainted Breath is a damage over time spell. Right, yeah. So, a dot, yeah. That was interesting. My target switched to the cannon. I don't know why. Okay, now I'm out of combat. There we go. Got back in. Okay, let's see if we can find that Dune Tarantula again. We come this way. We can't be too far. Surely we can find him. There he is. Running away. Tremor says might have gotten interrupted from being hit, or if you move at all, your spell will get interrupted. Okay, all right. Well, let's try it again. Let's do Frost Drift on him. I got better at evocation, but unfortunately, did not do well enough to actually kill the thing. Let's try again. Frost Drift. Definitely cast it. It's very, very poor damage. We've got Desert Tarantula Chitin there. Let's auto store that. Okay, now back toward the goal, which is Northern Row at the moment. Okay, I'll fight my way that direction. Let's try using some of these. Let's try starting out with a dot, if we can manage it. It's tough getting that to cast. Okay. And then we shall attack. Oh, I also need to rebuff all of my things. I just noticed they're completely done. So I'll have to switch over to the buff window and get those back going. So I definitely think that hitting it with spells, if they wander off, is a good thought. Let's right click here and load spell set. We're gonna go with buffs, and then try to cast all of those again. I have to try to remember that periodically. That buff bar thing is definitely awesome. Very helpful to have that on there. Let's go with adventuring now. And then I guess we go with this crypt mummy here. So let's start out with a dot. Maybe. Maybe we can manage that. Okay, definitely not. There we go. It was definitely not turned on, the attacks. So I'm assuming that casting a spell does not turn on the auto attack. Slowly but surely we're getting this guy knocked down. We've got Black Rock Lichen and Embalming Dust. Now both of these we're gonna set to auto store, I think. See no reason to do anything else with it since I have no idea what to do with any of that stuff. So let's go with the Desert Madman. We'll start off with the dot again. And I wonder if we'll have time to... Yeah, okay, we'll just go with auto attack after that. We got a Rawhide Skullcap +1, that's cool. Let's set it to auto merge and then loot it. I was just thinking this would be a great place, a great little pier to fish from. But alas, it looks like the crocodiles are hanging out there too, so I'm not sure that it necessarily would. Okay, so we have this orc warrior here. Let's try to do the tainted, well, never mind. We'll just attack him. Apparently fizzling is what I really wanted to do. Did a good bit of that. The light healing is pretty good. The minor healing, not so great. Let's try Frost Drift on him. Maybe. Alright. And you don't even have to be close to the body to loot it. That's interesting. Tremolo says, so with your previous question about heroic enemies, there is something like that, but it only shows up on considers. It adds something like this creature would take an army to defeat. Ooh. Okay, so you can't tell from anything unless you consider it whether it'll do that. That's a little scary. Is it common, or is that something that only rarely occurs? We got spider silk and spider venom sacs there. Let's auto store both of those. It's pretty awesome how many things will go into the trade smithy. Which implies that there are maybe a lot more recipes than what I've seen so far. Now, once again, it is not an auto attack, and I think I just didn't press auto attack, probably. Trimler says very rare, usually just reserved for raid zones. Okay, so I don't need to worry about it too much and go around just considering everything. Excellent. Now we got a congratulatory sound there. I don't know what happened. It didn't level. Oh, there's a person. I think it's a real other player character. Let's hail them. Caraman. Excellent. Now, dot this one, and then this time I'll turn on the melee attack right away. Once they get close, I guess. Yeah, that works. Excellent. Oh, an AA Dean. Cool. Did you see that somewhere in the... Oh, there it is. Okay, you gained an ability point. You now have 6 ability points. Cool, cool. Alright. Now, I wonder how far away we can hit it. Out of range. But this is in range. Okay. And then will we have time to cast this? Not really, I think, huh? Not 100% sure of that. Very cool. So, the place we're going appears to be across the water, maybe? Mm-hmm. Way out in the ocean. Interesting. Northern Desert Grove, it says. All right. Excellent. And now we have the wisp again. That's crazy. have to swim through the water to get to the desert, one desert to the other, go across the lake. Trimler says, you had enough time. You can see your cast time bar underneath your HP bar. Yeah, I was looking at it, but I'm not always very good at telling. Trimler says the whole side is the zone line. Don't need to swim. Oh. Interesting. I think this says to Iceclad, which, as I recall, the Iceclad stuff was in, I thought that was in New Hallis in Everquest 2. Oh, I should also probably pay attention to what's going on. That would be a smart move, I suspect. I was on a mission there. So we're definitely interrupting the casting of this orc priest, which is cool. Okay, it's casting Furor. I wonder what we have that interrupts. It had turned off my attacks again there. I need to turn those back on. So I cast Furor again. I wonder, who knows? Okay, he did Echo of Health there. I wonder if we cast Intimidation on him. Or we click Intimidation. I don't think that we scared him. But we did become better at Intimidation. We were stunned for a second. I heard some music there. I wonder if that music meant that we were stunned or if it was just incidental. Oh, Trimler says Iceclad isn't part of the Velius. It is part of the Velius expansion. It's not implemented yet. Okay. I think I didn't see it cast. There we go. Worked that time. Now, surely the dot will finish him off, right? Yes. Alright, Splintering Club is a new kind of weapon for us. Let's auto-merge and then move all. Okay, moving along just fine here. So Iceclad doesn't actually exist yet, is what I'm hearing. Apparently we're still in find mode. Oh gosh, removing find mode was a bad idea. That means I no longer know where I'm going, but that's okay, because we're almost to the East Commons over here, which is where it was guiding us anyway right now. We can also cast these boots again, I think, to increase the speed a little bit more. Maybe after this battle. I'm not sure. Got this Gila monster here. Trimler says, with your magic skills being low, you're fizzling a lot, so that's why it seems like your spells are doing nothing. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. Sometimes I click it, and I look over, and maybe it fizzled before I looked over, and so I'm like, I don't know if it cast or not. Also, I'm not very visually inclined as a general rule, which is problematic for such things. As your magic skills go up, you'll fizzle less. Yes, I got that. Now, my understanding is that you will continue to fizzle indefinitely at least in EverQuest 1 is what I've heard. Even if you're maxed out on your skills, it just won't be as often. Bogsy, that's another person. We'll hail them too. It's a level 50 guy. Let's go for this. Oh. He hailed me back. I should wave. Looks like he got attacked by that shriveled mummy there. Oh, Bogsy says, want a couple of pieces of gear, or are you trying to solo up? Oh, I'm good. Let's see. You know what? I think I can hit R to respond. R? No, not R. Let's see. Slash tell. Bogsy? Maybe. Not at the moment, thanks. Appreciate the offer. All right, so that worked. Now I'm going to try that again. Ah, R did work that time. Cool. YouTube. Trimler says, be very cautious approaching any buildings. You're getting into human lands. Ogres aren't very popular. They'll smack you around. Oh, no. That makes sense, I suppose. So humans just immediately don't like the ogres. I mean, I probably wouldn't appreciate an ogre coming into town either, to be honest. Can't really blame them. East comments. I'm trying to remember. Okay, we've become better at the common tongue. Is that from... I wonder if that's from the conversing. Alright, so we cast that. We're going to try to cast this, but we fizzled. Alright. It went through the second time. Excellent. Alright. We got the mode of lesser potential. I don't know if that's... I think we had a different kind of mode in the other place. And then we have rawhide leggings here. Let's do auto merge on those. And then we're going to loot. We're going to actually right click this. And I don't know if I do auto loot or auto store. Let's try auto loot on it. And then on these, we will auto merge. I think I already did. And then loot all. Got a snake rattle pieces. Let's auto store this. And then there's a skeleton of some kind, a mummy, not a skeleton, sorry. Getting a little bit better at the frost drift, looks like. I also need to remember to click the 1 so that we can more quickly do the melee attack. Trimler says the moat can be stored in your currency tab so it won't take up any backspace. Yes, I've noted that you can do that, but I don't know if would auto store put it into that tab, or would that put it into the dragon's hoard? We have a silver ring. That seems like a good thing, but it doesn't look like it actually does anything. It goes on the fingers, but it has no effect that I can see. Maybe it does later on. Maybe the first rendition doesn't, but it gets better as it goes. I don't know. Let's auto merge it and then loot it, and who knows? Maybe it'll improve with time. somewhere over here, we have East Commons. Currently not there. Can't go up that direction. Ah, this must be it here. Let's try clicking, I think it's I here actually. And go to alternate currency, and I can deposit it like that. So the East Commons, that might be the spot you were telling me about with humans in it and possibly attackers. It's a pretty long little tunnel we go through here to get to it. All right, it is 11:30. So I suppose once I get in here, I will need to log out and I'll have to switch over and do a couple of things in Watcher of Realms, and then try to get out for another thing because trying to get to bed at a more reasonable time than 3 in the morning. So that's the hope. We'll see. Trimler says East Commons Tunnel is usually a great place of commerce. Really? Okay, that makes sense. It's a long little tunnel here. I don't see anybody in it at the moment. What was that? Okay, I got the Common Lands Traveler. All right. All right. Let's see. Just gonna check and see what we got in here. A shady swashbuckler. Now in Everquest 2, a shady swashbuckler is on the docks at Freeport, and you can get things from him that you've had before. Interesting. It would make sense. Maybe that's what this guy here is doing. Maybe he's selling things. I don't know. I don't see anybody else over there. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and call it here, I think, for the night on this game. And then I'm going to switch over as soon as possible to Watcher of Realms and finish off the daily stuff there. And then um, that'll be the end of the night for me. It was a pleasure streaming with you guys and chatting with you. And hopefully I will see you guys next time, if not in Watcher of Realms streaming just a little bit. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me so that you can turn on notifications and see the next time that I go live. Hopefully, I'll see you guys then. Trimmer says, I think there's a soul binder in that area. I will definitely have to check that out next time. Hopefully, I'll only here too. Thanks so much for your help, by the way. It says you should find yourself a night cave. I may do that real quick. Hold on, let's see if we can find him real fast. And that way I won't have to try to remember next time. Let's see. Let's look at the map here. Don't see him on the map, but he could be somewhere nearby. I don't see him in any of this area. But let's try, what is it, search? I don't see him. But I can run around next time and then hopefully I can find him. All right, I am taking off for now, and I will see you guys later. If I don't see you in the next stream, have a good night, guys.